You know what day it is. It's 10 Toes Tuesday. And oh boy, it's a it's a good one today. But first, if you haven't already, hit that thummy thingy, either up or down. To all the subscribers, hey, thank you. I appreciate all the new ones, all the other ones that have been rocking with me for a little bit. I'm trying to bring you guys the best true content I can. So, one other thing I want to address, and that is, I appreciate all the comments and all the dialogue with that. We have been able to agree to disagree on some things. And that is in reference to the latest Sundown Town video that I put out. There'll be another one. I've had a lot of experience with that, but I am only telling you the experience that I had. I can only tell you what that man said to me, and I was not going to stick around until dusk to see if it was true or not. I'm getting out of there. And I heard it from other people after I left. Oh yeah, Centerville. Now Centerville is booming. At the time I was there, it was not. There's a Costco there, there's houses, there's population. When I was there, all of that stuff did not exist at the time. So I just wanted to say that and I appreciate there wasn't any thumb thugging. We were able to have a grown folk conversation. And I did try to respond to everyone. Now, with that being said, I guess you're wondering what today's video is. And this one, oh man, this one is, to me, it's a banger. If you do not kind of laugh at the end, you know, I don't know what to tell you. We're just different. We moved from when I was probably, I had to be 6, 7. We moved from Ohio to Iowa and Illinois. They called it the tri-state area. So I lived in Davenport, Iowa. I lived in Milan, Illinois. I lived in, it was another couple parts. My dad worked on Arsenal Basins. He was a tool and die maker, and so he got a job there. We relocated, and that's where my brother was born as well. But my parents, they, as I've told you before, they are good Christian folk, and they love to help everyone. But sometimes it I won't say it goes overboard, but sometimes we as a people, we wanting to help other people, we will take my parents call it a leap of faith. And that's what they did. They tried to see the good in everyone. I don't, not at all. I've told you guys, I keep to myself. I'm not a huge people person. I'm very friendly. If I know you, if I really know you. But some experiences have led me to why I am today, and you'll see why. So my parents would bring these people, and you know how some people bring in cats and dogs and wild animals, and they have an affinity for that. They love to save stuff. My parents like humans. They will love to bring you in and tell you, feed you and try to take care of you, give you socks, shelter, whatever you need. And in that process, I don't know how they even came in contact with this guy, but it was this hobo. No, not a homeless person, which he was homeless, but a real life hobo, one of the last of the hobos. Wait till the end, you'll see why. He was the last of the hobo. He didn't want to be called homeless, brick and mortar challenged, he was a hobo. So all I know is this guy shows up. He has these dreadlocks, and it wasn't bad clothes. They weren't like hobo clothes, but they weren't like they were worn a little bit, not really tattered, but you could tell he hadn't had a bath in a couple of days. And they brought him in. They fed him. He had to have been there a couple of days. It was like the weekend. So I don't know if they found this guy on Friday. He came to church with us on Saturday. And then Sunday he was there. Monday, he's still there. My dad now has to go to work. And so they have fellowship. They've cleaned him up. He's ready to go. And my dad says, okay, I'm leaving for work. You know, kiss the kids, kiss the wife. I'm leaving. And the hobo, he kept it 10 toes down. He said, do you really want to do that? My dad said, what? He said, do you really want to leave me here alone with your wife and kids? I said, he hadn't thought about it. He was just trying to be a good person. And it dawned on him, hey, I could murder your whole family while you are at work. You come home to nothing. I don't know if he ever told them that he was, that wasn't his intention or not. All I know is my father called off of work that day. And that hobo kept it 10 toes down with him. So the hobo leaves. He jumps on a train. He loved going train to train. He told us all kinds of stories. A lot of them I can't remember, and it's just pieces and parts, so you'll never hear them. But I remember that we all had a good time. We were all laughing. Probably 6 months to a year later, at a time when we had actual magazines, you could open up a magazine. They had these magazine racks, and it wasn't digital. And you would go and pay $3 or $4 for a magazine, or they'd have newspapers on the stand. We picked up this National Geographic, and this hobo was in there. And if I remember correctly, the article was like "Last of the Hobos" or something like that. But he had this whole feature just about him and life of Last of the Hobos. It was pretty neat because you're thumbing through. And you're looking at the best that National Geographic can give you, and you see a person that that has been in your house, that you broke bread with, and that was kind of special. I did kind of like that. That was kind of special to me. So that's Mr. Hobo. He's probably dead now, but hey, Mr. Hobo, if you are out there and you happen to be watching, I appreciate that time we spent together. But he kept it all the way 10 toes down with my dad. Hey, you sure you want to leave me? You met me for 2 days with your wife and kids. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for not thumb thugging and we having a good conversation. And with that, Big Unc out.